Okay, here we are, another TaG workout. Try and keep you entertained. And just been noticing on some of the social media, talking to a few people that have been using our workouts. Thanks for joining us. And mostly I've been referring to things in terms of people who ride with TaG, know our protocols, and understand a lot about our training systems. There's some new people jumping on, which is great. And I just wanted to, while we're just turning the pedals fairly easily, and let's just sort of be around a 3, 4 out of 10, super easy. I'm kind of assuming you've been on the bikes for a little bit already, but let's just sit and pedal easily, a couple minutes, a little bit of specific into what we're doing today, and we'll get on with it. Workout is behind me on the board, but I'll be referring to it, explain it as well. And one of the things at TaG, some of you may or may not know, is that the three of us, all the initial founding partners, all have come from international Olympic mountain biking at the pinnacle of our careers. But the one thing to note that I think is super cool, and I really enjoy the input from everyone, is we've all raced at that level in pretty much every discipline, which is really brings in a lot of knowledge from all the different disciplines of cycling. Gina went to the Olympics and raced on the track. She was one of the top roadies in the world in her day as well, one of the fast legs on the circuit. So a bunch sprinter, you know how gnarly and exciting those guys are to watch. Chrissy, she raced internationally cyclocross and mountain bike, and did a lot of road stage racing for training at an international level. And then myself, I started as a road racer, and because of living in this incredible mecca of mountain biking, I switched over, and a lot of you may know, may not, but the first Olympic mountain bike race was actually enabled by the discipline that I started in, which was team time trial, like the team pursuit you see on the velodrome. And we raced as a team, basically fast as you could from A to B in a team of 4 for 50 kilometers. And you're basically riding, my old coach would have gone kind of like this, just right on the limit, with the pulls taking you over your limit, recovering very quickly. So when mountain biking got traded, because team time trial was like watching paint dry on TV apparently, versus the new age discipline of mountain biking, got traded straight up as a Olympic medal sport. And lucky us that we're trained for that discipline physiologically, and rode mountain bikes, had a passion for mountain bikes. We switched over, and that was really why I ended up doing the road and mountain bike thing, both at a high level. And never really decided which one I liked more, things about each one I liked more, but I've continued with both of them ever since. So back to the workouts. All of our workouts come from pieces of the track world, from the road world, from the mountain bike world, from even BMX world. And so don't feel like, because I'm wearing Lycra and I'm on what looks like a road bike, that these aren't applicable to just making you a better biker. And you have to develop all your systems as a bike rider. Easy to do on the trainer versus outside. It can be very easy to get distracted, not find the terrain you need to do these workouts. Any number of things. So this is efficient, quality, structured, and what we're doing in these first workouts with you is giving you a bunch of tools in your tool bag to work on so that you can develop all the systems. We worked on strength last workout. We've done some long kind of road simulation pieces. We've done a few other things. What we haven't done yet is some real top-end efforts. And we're going to do that today. This was actually assigned to me late in my mountain bike career because I sucked at starts. And thinking you can be a diesel, especially this day and age, even in marathon events or epic events, you're going to be challenged if you're always trying to come back from a slow start. So just being able to improve that a little bit is going to help you a lot. And we've had lots of our enduro racers as well who have used this kind of workout and found it really pays off when you can continue pedaling, when you've been out all day. Enduro is a downhill discipline, but it's also an endurance discipline now, hence the name. And you need to be able to put out those hard efforts, still pedaling down those stages towards the end of your day or days in some cases. So today what we're going to do is top end power. We're going to do two different things. The first set we're going to do is what I call the Oreo. And Oreo is basically giving you a start piece, a finish piece, and an in-between not very easy piece. So we're doing that 4 times. And the effort is 3 minutes long, but it's hard. And then we're going to take even recovery afterwards. So we're doing that, and we'll have a little break, and then we'll just do a pure top end with recovery, little set of 45 seconds on, a minute and a half off. Double recovery to the hard pieces. All of this today is at your preferred cadence. I'm going to suggest you're doing it between 90 and 100. You may, for the very hard parts of the top end, be going over 100 cadence. Some of you with that high cadence efficiency. If you're way down the other end of the scale, let's try and just be around 90 cadence, remembering that high-end power is not just a function of a big gear you smash around. It's a function of your leg speed, velocity, and of your gear, which is your force. So if we're trying to achieve our MAP 100% number, then, and that can be by effort, remember, or by your power meter, which is what I'm looking at, talks to my hub, tells me what I'm doing. But remember, if you are in too big a gear, you are not going to get to your top numbers. The same way as if you're in too little a gear, too easy a gear, then you're not going to get to your top numbers. Playing around with that. We used to do sprints actually in a variety of different gears where you're changing from easier and easier gear down to harder, turning it over as fast as you can, and finding that range of your best efficiency as you're doing it. So because of this, and a little bit of talk about leg speed, and I'm showing some mountain bike racing today, talk about that and the Olympics being canceled, postponed. But for now, we're just gonna finish off our warm-up because you've been pedaling pretty easily. I'm gonna need the fans on. And remember that being comfortable, don't think because you're in a sweat box, you're doing yourself a big favor, dropping a whole bunch of, probably pounds for some of you, by sweating it out. Unless you're doing heat training of some sort, and that's a whole different piece. But just trying to get your quality workout in, as comfortable as you can be, use the fans, keep yourself cooled down, keep yourself hydrated. And the first thing we're gonna do, just to check in on our leg speed, because we are going to be striving to get higher leg speed, as high as we can for the big power efforts. We're gonna do a little ramp. So making sure you're under a 5 out, oh, that feels good. Get those fans on, people. Oh my goodness. And Tracy was saying it's cold in here this morning in our studio. Not when you start doing this. So, a little bit of a check-in. 5 out of 10, nice and relaxed. 50% number at the most. Most importantly, I want you to be able to turn it over. Turning it over means getting on the pedals, leg speed. If you want to use our Spotify list, we have a few public ones that I like to use for the workouts. Use your own music, something that helps you, I know, Flight of the Bumblebee, something that helps you with this turnover. 5 hours, there's a few good songs that wind up to give you this leg speed. 90 seconds from an easy gear and from around a 90 to 100 cadence to start so that you're comfortable. Have a little drink before we do this. Already getting a bit of a sheen on. 90 to 100. In 10 seconds, all I'm gonna do is cue up, up. You wind up to where you feel your maximum kind of tipping point is, where you're almost gonna start bouncing. We want that for the last 15 seconds. All right, start winding it up. I'm gonna back the gear off a little bit more. And up, up. 90 seconds. Your rate of increase. I'm gonna give you about every 15 seconds a cue, and your last 15, just so you know when it's coming. Relaxed upper body. We're getting close to 30 seconds in. And up, up. I'm just going at my own rate. Give you an idea. I'm 105-ish RPM right now. I don't like getting myself much over 110, but I have trained myself to do it. Just so I can sneak a few more RPM when I need it. And up, up. Halfway through. All right? Settled in the saddle. Just thinking about the pistons turning over. Another one coming up. And our last 30 seconds. Up, up. I'm getting to be around 115. Nasty for me. You BMXers or trackies, probably totally still in your comfortable place. Gonna be at my last 15 seconds. And quick turnover. Okay, up, up. Last time. Settled in the saddle. Keeping it smooth. 3, 2, and 1. Back it off. Back it off. Maybe a little bit of gear just to feel connected to the pedals again. Good. One of the things, I was given these cadence ramps as well. Same kind of time as I started working on starts and top end power. And my coach, actually from a track, one of the track coaches, Olympic track coaches, he was adamant that as you get better at this, as you actually acquire more leg speed, because we know that just trying to copy people with higher leg speed isn't actually going to give us an immediate result. Might not be efficient there. We might be bringing our heart rates or our effort load way too high to try and get there. That's why I'm saying this is some work you can do just to find a little bit more. Mountain bike women, for example, we don't all want to try and emulate Yolanda Nath. You can see she struggles at the end sometimes with the actual overall power. Here we go again. From 90 to 100, make sure that gear is easy. We're gonna start bringing it up. And here's our first little bit, 90 seconds, remember. I'm gonna say up, up, but I'm not really giving you a number, just encouragement to keep lifting the cadence. And up, up, keep it going. I'll give you a 30-second one coming up here. Technical exercise, not a big cardiovascular output. Up, up, that's 30 seconds. Good job, guys, we're gonna be at halfway pretty soon. Keep winding it up. If you've gotten your gear too high and it's restricting you, back it off a tiny bit. And up, up, that's halfway. I'm at around 110 again. Getting close to 30 seconds to go. Trying to achieve my highest level. Up, up. Good job. Last little bit. 15 seconds coming up. Quick feet. Relax upper body. 15 to go. On. Turn it over. If you're bouncing, you're out of your range, your capability. Just get to there. Hold on. 3, 2, And 1. Easy, easy. Back it off again. Good. A little bit of pressure against the pedals. Last time. Going from 90 to 100 to start. So I keep looking away. My clock is up there. And you don't want me to lose track of the clock. Just saying. All right, 90 to 100. We're into the last 90 seconds. Up, up. Keep it going. Settled into the saddle. Not something we all love to do. We do have a few huge leg speed people in some of our classes. It's pretty fun to see them do a wind off. Up, up. Almost at halfway. Keep it going. 1 minute to go. Try and settle in. You might feel a little bit more comfortable now, having done this a couple times. I'm over 110. Up, up. Halfway. Think about where you can hold your top speed from. Last time. 30 seconds to go. Coming up. Nice and controlled. Nice and composed. Breathe. Shoulders down. Up, up. 1. Turn it over. Getting to our last 15 seconds. 115, 120 if you can. Play with your hand position. And up, up. Here you go. Hold it. 10. 5. 3. 2. And relax. Let it go. What we're doing there is we're just activating. It's a neuromuscular kind of exercise. I was saying that I was assigned it later in my career when I was challenged with pace change, starts, accelerations, those kinds of things. I was good at the big output for a long time, at kind of a threshold effort, but I couldn't answer the challenges of having those bumps in the power output. So now what we're gonna do, have a little drink. I promised you Oreos, right? Reminds me, I saw something about Girl Guide cookies, how challenging it is for them to get distributed this year. But back to Oreos. We're gonna do 4 times, 3 minutes. And what happens is we're doing the 30 seconds at the beginning at your MAP. 10 out of 10, 100%. If you know your number, if you don't, just think really hard, okay? 30 seconds, 2 minutes. You are going to settle back to about a 7 out of 10, your FTP number, hour power. This is like you've made a start, move, you're settling in to what is essentially your hour power, and then you're gonna be finishing off hard. Same thing. We're gonna go for the first time in 45 seconds. Have a drink. This ends up being 20 minutes long. Start finding some gear. You play with the cadence. 90 to 100 is where I recommend you be, but you'll probably find you want to change around throughout the efforts. Explore it. It's one of the great things about working on your trainer. You can make mistakes, not get dropped from the workout. Although I saw a post from Catherine Pendrell. She said she got dropped by her trainer when she was working out in her basement yesterday. Sometimes it's just kind of how you feel. All right, going into this first effort, maximum power, 2, 1, up, on, 30 seconds. You won't see the number right away. Just over 15. Come on, guys. Stay with it. 5, 3, 2, and you're gonna back it off. You've got 2 minutes. 7 out of 10. FTP number. Get there. Use your cadence. It's quite a big drop, but It's a drop to what's quite a hard number. Okay, 2 whole minutes. Breathe. Recover, recover, recover. Crank up your music. I have to shut up. 30 seconds done. Focus. Legs hurt. Think of something else. Awesome job. Right here. Right here. I'm a little bit over my number. Back it off just a little bit. I'll pay for that if I don't. 1 more minute. "60 seconds. Think about that connection with your pedal. Power to the pedals. Come on. You can. Don't fixate on your computer. Especially the first one. All right, guys. 30 seconds. What happens in 30 seconds? We do another push out of this Oreo. If you don't like the chocolate side, too bad. We gotta take the outside piece. Getting up there. 15 seconds. Hand ready. Gear. Cadence. However you wanna get there. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Push it out of this. 30 seconds. Up, up, up. On. Hold on to it. Almost halfway. Come on, stay with me. Focus on the finish. 10. On, you got this, you got this. 3, 2, and complete recover. Easy, easy, easy. Where we do set up, my hair's blowing a little bit in my face. Just saying. It's a little distracting. Maybe it could be a little bit away from me. Okay, 30 seconds recovery. In the beginning of your recovery, easy as you like. Okay, sit up, recompose. You'll feel like you come back quickly. These are good learning experiences as well. This might be any number of things. Almost at a minute recovery, 2 to go. I was talking a little bit in terms of a mass event start. Something, I used to have to do this just to keep up with my training partner when she picked me up in the morning. But that aside, a mass event start, and you're from a standstill, you've warmed up. That's why we warm up properly and touch the zones we need, because this first effort can put you into a little bit of the hurt locker, and then you're carrying a high output after that. But don't despair, you'll get better at it. And we're gonna do that 3 more times. Okay, we got still just under a minute and a half to recover. What I was saying is, in a mass start event, maybe any reason, positioning, it's usually to do with positioning, finding where you want to be, something along the lines of getting yourself in with the riders you want to drop into single track with, getting out of traffic. One of the things that we saw last year, we've got 1 minute, just a little bit less to go. Sorry, not last year, last Olympics, and I'll talk about that afterwards, but sometimes the big contenders can be over right in the beginning, just purely through getting in bad traffic and having something happen. So we get taught about keeping out of traffic and getting a position where you're not all bottlenecked or you're not being compromised by something that isn't even anything to do with your own physiology, just a bad position. We won't say bad luck because you put yourself there. Okay, 15 seconds. Find that cadence again. We're doing it again. Right into that MAP, 10 out of 10. More gear. You're going in 5. A little bit more gear. Cadence or gear. We're playing around with what's good for you. In 2, 1, and come on. Up, up. Wind it into this effort. I'll give you cues. Hard to talk though. Push, push. Halfway through this first 30 seconds, this is your start. This is getting used to off the line, hard. Building that top end. Almost there. 3, 2, 75%. 7 out of 10. 2 minutes. Hard to hold. All right, get there. Use your cadence. I'm going to use a little bit higher cadence. Recover. Recover. Good. Feel it coming down just a little bit. 90 more seconds like this. Hold it. This is where I get into your head a little bit. Be positive. We all know the term, think you can, think you can't. You're probably right. 10 seconds by 10 seconds. Harder they are, shorter lengths of time I focus on to try and hang on. That's a minute. Anything I can do to relax. Bring the shoulders down. Strong feet. Crank up that Motley Crue or something, if that helped you. That's another 30. Really good, guys. You got this. Peg that number. Peg that effort. We're gonna get, in 20 seconds, to the other side of the Oreo. Riding out of it. M-A-P, 10 out of 10. Getting ready. Gear, cadence, your combination. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Push, push. Your finish line. Come on. Hold on to it. Halfway. Strong feet. Just hold the cadence. All you need to do. 3, 2, and let it go. Whew. Back that gear right off. Recover, recover. So, as I was saying about indoor training, one of the beauties of it, because it's not that much that's beautiful about it, is lack of distractions. And although I encourage anyone riding in here that they ride as they would outside, meaning head up, open, aware, you still get a little bit of a gimme on, you can even close your eyes every now and then, which I don't recommend you do outside. But these are hard to do, just going full gas if you're not some sort of a closed environment. Some of us, a lot of us live in cities where it's hard to do the training, or cold places where going out and trying to do this in all your heavy togs is not going to feel that quality. But you do get huge brownie points for just being out there. Good on ya. And that's where cross training comes in as well. Cross training, hugely valuable. And whether it's Nordic skiing, good power hiking, hockey, any number. Hockey, the efforts in hockey really simulate a lot of this as well. It's actually good top end training if you're doing it with a good group. We've got just over 60 seconds more recovery, and then we're gonna go on to our third. It's going by fast. 3 times 3 minutes. We'll be at our third one. We're doing 4 though, remember. Some people in classes say I'm not always that clear on if there's a last one. I try to be. Had a running coach who used to do that. Well, I just see how you look. Maybe you should do another. 45 seconds, have a drink. Remember that, feel good. Stay hydrated. Something to look forward to. Sometimes in a hard event or a hard workout, I just play all sorts of little games. Okay, I'll do this and then I can have a drink. There you go, that's my reward. We're gonna go in 20 seconds, just over. So start finding that cadence that you like again. I'm encouraging you to be 90 to 100. Those with higher leg speed, a little bit more if you want. Those who are definitely on the lower end, try not to drop too much below 90. We're going in just over 5. Bring that gear in, bring that gear in. MAP, 10 out of 10. 2, 1, and get into it. Up, up. Hand position. Whatever makes you feel fluid and strong. On. Push it. Push it. Stay with me, come on. Last little bit. 5, 2, 1, 7, 75%, 7 out of 10. I'm trying to go to higher cadence to generate it. Recover, recover, but not really. In your head, bring it down in your body. On, you got this. So good. These are not easy. 7 out of 10. FTP, think of it that way. Good job. Shoulders, hands, tap the fingers. Stay light, whatever bike you're on. Connection with the handlebars without death gripping. That's a minute down. Minute to go. Still in the cream. All right, we're getting there. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Stay in this sweet spot. On. Ride it like you own it. Fun part's coming up. Always more fun when you go into recovery and not to 70% or 75. Just over 5. Gear. Cadence. Last 30 seconds coming out of it. 2, 1. Come on. Push, push, push. Wind it up. Come on. Everyone's legs hurt. Stay with me. A little bit more. Halfway. On. Less than 10. You got this. Right past the finish. 3, 2, and let it go. Oh. Oh. Cover, for real this time. Recover, first a little bit. First a little bit is really letting it go. And we'll start to try and bring a little bit of gear back. Just feel like you're not tracing really fragile circles. Something with just a little bit behind it. Just over 2 minutes before our last one. Yay. So, big news of the week was, of course, the Olympics being postponed. And we have a lot of people close to us. You know, as I was saying in the beginning of the workout, Gina, Christy, and I all came from that world. We know how hard it is to prepare for 4 years. You never know what's going to happen. We've all been struck down by injuries, different things, but this is certainly a little bit unprecedented. And I know that everybody will just look forward, take it month by month, reset. It's a new date now, and there's other things that will happen before it. But it's hard, people coming from different ends of the spectrum. You know, there's some of our athletes probably thinking that this was going to be a last time round. It's funny how you sort of think that a couple times sometimes in your career, and something happens. You're there again 4 years later. But it also gives some of the younger, newer athletes a chance at another year. We have one of our coaches, for example, who I'm going to say another year in the bank is going to be really good for her. She's an Omnium rider, which is like the decathlon on the velodrome. But anyway, I was going to be going and commentating for road and mountain bike, so it gives me a chance to study more, spend more time looking at the developments. Everyone was pretty excited to see what Mathieu van der Poel was going to do in the mountain bike race this year, but I'm sure he's just going to keep getting better. So. But then Nino, who's been around for many years, 7 world championships, he might feel different. Okay, 10 seconds. This is the last one. Last is fastest. Find that gear. Find your cadence. Going in 3. Remember, this is one side of the Oreo. Hang on to the cream in the middle. And hunker down. 30 seconds. Up, up, up. 1. Last one. Push it over. Using that cadence. Don't get bogged down. Halfway. Push. Push. Coming out of it in a few seconds here. A little bit more. 3, 2, 1. And 70, 75. Use your cadence. In the middle. Recover. Recover. You always want to make sure you go to where you can come back. Take some practice. Takes learning about yourself, what you feel like. All right, right there now. Gonna be at a minute into it pretty soon. Take another check. Strong in the core. Relax. The feet. Don't change anything. Got your number now. Keep that cadence. Keep that rhythm. Holding this gear. 45 more seconds. So close. Come on. Never, never, never give up. Never know what's going to happen. Sometimes feel like crap. Come around. Think about how you feel when you feel like you're on fire. Everybody's begging you, slow down. That happens, right? All right. Just over 10. Gear. Cadence. Make your hand position. I'm going to give you a 5-second countdown. Bring it up now. Last time it out. 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Line it up. Big number. 20 seconds. Hold on. Push, push, push. Hold on, stay with me now. Ride it like you made it. 10. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh-wee. Okay. Few seconds here. Soft pedal to start out. Okay, good. So just a little bit of a break here. I'm going to do a piece at the end. And this is one of those things where we want to limit our weaknesses. I'm trying to give you a bunch of tools in your tool bag. Cycling is interesting because endurance sport, power sport, explosive efforts required. It doesn't matter what you're good at. If you don't have the other stuff built up, you're probably going to be a little bit compromised. If you're trying to be an enduro racer, ride around all day, and then have really fast downhill segments to be in the game, then you're going to be compromised in your downhill efforts if you're so tired you can't pedal around. You can't turn the pedals where you need to. One of my partners, Chrissy, I told you CX or cyclocross and cross-country mountain bike. In her old age, she's taken up enduro racing, and she's darn good, actually. So she's putting a lot of that years of big engine and big power efforts. She was a short track queen back in the day too. And she's applying that to another discipline very handily. There's tons of crossover. We know we've seen lots of mountain bikers very successfully go to road. Cadell Evans, some people don't actually know he came from mountain bike. Ryder Hesjedal, one of our country's own. And Peter Sagan, world champion junior cross-country mountain biker. And you can see a lot of his riding style comes from being very, very adept and comfortable on the bike. We talked in our strength workout about the development of your pedal stroke riding on a mountain bike because of learning, and cyclocross as well, because of learning to apply a nice even pressure around the circles, having to ride difficult terrain. And back when I started, before we even were racing mountain bikes, we used to do a lot of riding our spelt, nice road bikes on gravel trails and up and down stairs and whatever else. So, you know, teaches you a lot about handling a bike. Always encourage people, ride all bikes. Two wheels good. And this is one of the workouts that's stressing your system that we need for all the disciplines. So we're gonna go into this last part, and this one you'll like more, I think. We're gonna go just 45 seconds hard, minute and a half off, easy. You can play around with perhaps misjudging your ability in the 45 seconds. Maybe try a little bit too big a gear a couple times, or a little bit too high a cadence. Go into it around your 8 out of 10, maybe even 9 out of 10, and then try and push it up. 45 seconds will feel like a long time. So try and go into it, 15, hover, and then if you can push it out at the end, kind of like another little Oreo, but only 45 seconds. First one coming up in 30. Don't despair if the numbers seem hard to get to with the first one because you just come off a break and you've come off a hard set. We're gonna get into this now in 20 seconds. Ready? gear. Find that cadence. Again, this is preferred cadence, 90 to 100. You play around with that. Just over 5 seconds. Going into the first 45. All right, in 3, 2, and hit it. On, settle into it. $15. All right, I'm right there. On, hold on to it. Middle part. Just keep it all the same. Almost at 15 to go. Last 15, coming up. Up, 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 up. On, you got this. 3, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Back it off. Easy. Minute and a half. All right, 2 to 1 recovery. Comes back fast. Almost at halfway through our recovery now. Same thing. Coming up. All right, that first one, it didn't feel great. Now, we're gonna focus on it feeling better. We're gonna do 8 of these. Going in 30 seconds. 15. Find some gear. Don't go from 0. Don't go from 0 to hero. 15 seconds. Bring some gear in. Remember, don't try and kill it at the beginning. Wind into it in 5, 2, 1. On. Turn it over. Big gear. Get yourself settled. 15 seconds. Come on. Now, float through this part. Hold it. Hold it. On. Keep it going. 15 to go. Awesome job. Come on. Don't let it go. Can do anything for 10. Last 5. 2 and 1. Back it off. Recover. Recover. When you start to feel it coming back down in control, have a little drink. Think about what you're doing well. We're gonna do 2 more just like that. And then we're gonna do a couple where we stand into them and stand out of them. Different kind of challenge. So that's 30 seconds. You got 1 minute to go. Recovery. Things like this. Outside, if you're on a trail or a road, you can do decent pitch on a hill. Got to ride a pretty big gear to get to where you want to be in the numbers. But roll into it. A little bit of momentum. 45 seconds. When we can ride with people again, sometimes good to go side by side, gives you a little bit of mojo. Go a bit harder. We're going in 15. All right, find yourself a good cadence again. Maybe if you're doing too big a gear, try backing off the gear. You can always change it during the effort. You're going in just over 5 seconds. Remember, don't give it all up in the first 15. Here we go. 2, 1, and you're into it. Third one. On. Settled in. Winding it up. 15 seconds. On. Stay with it now. Float right in the middle here. Big number. 10 out of 10. A little bit more if you can manage. Coming up to 15 to go. Go out of it strong. Come on. Up, 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 up. 5. On right to the end. 2 and 1. Recover, recover. 3 down. 5 to go. Okay. Bringing it back again. Almost at 30 seconds recovery. If you are on a Garmin or some sort of power meter, and you can be looking at taking down your intervals for part of this, it's good for you to be able to refer to. Right around here, halfway through, so we want to make sure we're maintaining good level of power, not dropping through our efforts. Goal is always to be improving, or at least this. We're going to go in just over 15 seconds. Have a drink. Again. Happy mouth. You'll find your sprinter friends are really good at this. Our hockey players like it too. Going in 5. Bit more gear. Bringing it up. 3, 2, number 4. Come on. Get that first 15 seconds under control. See your number. 15 seconds. Right there. Come on, guys. Halfway. Come on, hold it for me now. On the bike. Last 15 coming up. 10. Push, push, push. Come on. Right through. Don't give it up. 3, 2, and let it go. Halfway through. Good job. Recover, recover. So I did say in these, when we were starting, especially in these hard, high-end, top-end efforts, at least you can put your head down on an indoor trainer. Same time, always practice good habits. So I do like to think of being out on the road. Get in your head a little bit, visualize. Always good if you're someone who likes to chase after people. Maybe good to think about that carrot up ahead, someone you're chasing down. And these are the sorts of efforts that are going to help you connect those gaps when you need to. This combined with the ability to come off what isn't really resting, but this is where we're addressing our top end. So these last 4, you've had some practice now. We're going in 45 seconds. And what I want you to do is I want you to try and push a little bit more on these. So if you find yourself overgeared because you're challenging yourself a little bit more, don't worry about it. There's no mistakes when you learn from them. Just learn what you can do on a bike. This is all about exploring what you do well, what you can do better. So we're gonna go in just over 20 seconds now. Bring it at least back to your 50% if you're not there. Start bringing some more gear in. Remember, I said try and go from about 8, even 9 out of 10, and then push it up into the effort. We're gonna go in just over 5 now. A little bit more gear. A little bit more gear. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Push, push. Play around with hand position. If it helps you on the drops, wind it up. Do so. Come on, guys. 15 seconds. Right in the middle now. You've got 30 to go. On. Push, push. A little bit more. Stay with it. Stay with it. Chase that carrot. Who's up ahead? Come on. 15 seconds to go. Right through. I think you can. Stay with it a little bit more, a little bit more. 5, 3, 2, and back it off. Good. Back the gear off. 3 to go. Easy, easy. One of the things that's important to learn, and you'll learn from people who've maybe ridden at a higher level, a lot of us get into riding and end up just kind of rolling around the same speed all the time. All of these things are helping you. All of these things are helping you to actually be able to punch into different zones, different ends of your limits, which are needed on a bike. I came from running and I remember thinking, why is there so much fast, slow in biking? What's everybody doing? But what we want to do is actually be able to answer some of those moves, improve better. Also means resting in between. So when we're doing these easy parts in between, it's so you can go hard. This is not where we're looking at averages. We're looking at that top end, and then we're looking at off. All right, bringing the gear up. 3 to go. Going in 5 seconds. We'll stand out of this one, okay? In 2, 1, up, up, come on. Get yourself in the zone again. Hold on to it. There's your 15. Right here. Over 10 out of 10 if you can this time. Push, 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 push. 15 seconds to go. All right, we're coming up to 10. We're gonna stand out of it. And up, up, up. Turn them over. 5, 3, 2, and off. Good job, back it up. Back it up. So everybody got 2 more in them? Almost done. "30 seconds. We're gonna go in a minute. Second last. All right, the other day I was talking about matches. One of our coaches used to talk about, and you've heard it, it's important to know how many matches you have left, all right? And you wanna learn to be able to go across the finish line of whatever it is you're doing, and hopefully you're on your last match. You use your last match for the finish line. Bring some gear in. The dangers are having 1 too many, you'll be upset about that, or 1 or 2 too few, and you'll be upset about that when you're cracking before the finish line. So let's try and work on those matches. We're going in 3, big gear again, second last one, and we're on, come on. 45 seconds, nothing to save it for now. Push, 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 100%. Feel that lactic acid. It's okay. Almost done. Come on. Hold on. Push it. Push hard. 15 to go. Last 15. Come on. Take it right across the line. 5, 3, 2, and done. Easy, easy. One more. One more. I was gonna say, one of the things I miss about, I'm gonna call it anti-social riding, not social riding, is can't go for coffee with your buddies after riding. So we'll have to have a simulated coffee party after our workouts. You know we have coffee machines in the studio, right? Have to be a coach and a barista. That's the deal. All right, we're at a minute, almost. This is for all the marbles, for that big move, for the beer bat, for the coffee bat. Let's have a drink. Think about your gear. Think about what you've done right. Let's try and put it all together this last one. Gonna go in 15. Bring the gear up. 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 8. Want to start this almost 100? Right into 100. In 2, 1. Come on, guys. Last one. Up, 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 up. Get to where you need to be. And hold it. Come on. Stay with it. You worked hard through this whole workout. You've got less than 30 seconds to go. Come on. Almost 15. Take it out of this. 15 seconds. Come on. Right for the finish. For that age group jersey. 5, 3, 2. I think I one match short. All right. Icky yippee. You did it. Okay. Easy pedaling now. Put on some music. Put on a song you like. Cool down. Don't jump right off the bike. And remember, trying to help you through what's a tough time, but also this kind of training supports you getting better. Whatever level you're at, you're gonna be a better biker. Wouldn't that be great if you came out of this further ahead than where you started? And the other thing too is just remember, hard workouts are only gonna be beneficial if you give yourself some rest as well. So we're doing this 2 to 3 times a week. If you're new to it especially, some of your other days, watch a movie, ride easy, look out the window, and I'll give you some skills and drills to work on for when you're on your easier days. Okay, that's a wrap.